And one race we're keeping a close eye on is for the Republican primary for the 6th congressional district.
Right, let's take a look at those numbers. We do not have a winner. We have 94% in. This appears to be headed to a runoff, but if this holds, Mark Walker would have to request a runoff, and he would take on Addison McDowell a couple of months from now. So still to be determined if that's exactly going to happen, but we want to continue our team coverage. Lindsey Klein is in Lexington, where the candidate currently running third, Christian Castelli, held a watch party.
And we are live from Coach's Neighborhood Grill in Lexington, where Christian Castelli was here monitoring those numbers very closely for this District 6 race. He left a few minutes ago. And this is an important race because there are 6 Republicans that were on the ballot today, all vying for Democratic Congresswoman Kathy Manning's seat. And you might recall that Christian Castelli did run against Manning in the last election. He did win 45% of the vote. Tonight, those numbers have been pretty tight between Mark Walker, Addison McDowell, who did receive an endorsement from former President Donald Trump, and Christian Castelli. And Castelli did say that he was somewhat shocked by tonight's numbers.
I'm a little bit surprised at them. I think we've been running for the longest. I was the nominee last cycle. We started running for this position November 9th, the day after the last general election, and we've been running hard, and it's been a long slog. And I'm a little bit surprised that some of these newcomers to the race are doing as well as they have.
A lot of eyes have been on this race because it is an important one because of those 6 Republicans on the ballot and no Democratic candidate. Whoever wins tonight will head to Washington. Live from Lexington, Lindsey Klein, WXII 12 News.
Lindsey, thank you. Same race, different candidate. Kelly Kendall has been with the Addison McDowell campaign.
She joins us live tonight from Bermuda Run, where McDowell just spoke to supporters. Kelly.
Kenny, Christine, there's a lot of excitement here at Winmock Farms in Bermuda Run. Addison McDowell took to the podium to tell us that the fight is not over. He has secured 26% of the vote, not quite hitting that 30% mark, meaning it is quite possible that the runner-up, which is looking like Mark Walker, might call for a runoff race. He thanked his supporters and encouraged them to keep fighting if it comes to a runoff in May. McDowell is expected to be speaking soon, and we will bring you more updates on his comments on this race coming up soon. In Bermuda Run, I'm Kelly Kendall, WXII 12 News.
Kelly, thank you. Former Congressman Mark Walker is hoping once again to represent North Carolina's 6th congressional district.
WXII 12's Kara Peters joins us now live at Mark Walker's watch party in Winston-Salem. Kara.
Yeah, Kenny and Christine, his watch party wrapped up about 30 minutes ago here at Grace Baptist Church, and his family joined him on stage, thanking his supporters up to this point. As you can imagine, all eyes were glued to the screen all night watching those numbers roll in. Still, the attitude and energy remained high as Walker and his family greeted and mingled with his supporters, thanking them for their patience during this tight race. And we know Walker is not a stranger to Congress. He represented the 6th congressional district from 2015 to 2021 before Republicans drew a new map. And still tonight, he noted his journey to Congress was far from easy, but noting the accomplishments along the way, as well as the fight to keep that going if chosen for the 6th congressional district seat once again.
We've been punched in the stomach two or three times over the last few years. We're still the highest rated conservative to ever serve in the U.S. House leadership. I'm still the last member of Congress to get a balanced budget amendment to the floor. I'm still the last member to lead the effort to repeal Obamacare and defund Planned Parenthood. And we're going to keep working and getting that done until we get this thing done in the runoff in May.
So as you just heard, Walker is already setting his sights to the future, but still supporters say that they are leaving tonight on a high, optimistic note. For now, we're live tonight in Winston-Salem. I'm Kara Peters for WXII 12 News.
Kara, thank you. Current High Point Mayor Jay Wagner is among those running in the 6th district.
Reporter Joshua Davis has been with the Wagner camp as those results have been coming in.
The party just wrapped up here for Jay Wagner in High Point. The gap between Wagner and opponents like Mark Walker and Christian Castelli continues to widen, but Wagner has yet to concede. Ultimately, he says it's about what's best for the district, and he says there's one important thing that sets him apart from other candidates in this race.
The fact that I'm the only person who was born and raised, actually lives in the district, works in the district, and has held elective office in this district, I think that means something.
And we'll continue to bring you updates on WXII12.com. In High Point, I'm Joshua Davis for WXII 12 News.